Good evening. Tonight, Alexis will nominate 2 of her fellow house guests for eviction. Then they'll have only 24 hours to campaign to their roommates and make a case as to why they deserve to stay in the game against their opponent. Then, live at the end of the episode, the house guests will cast their votes to evict, and the first person will leave the Big Brother house. Who will it be? Find out tonight.
Previously on Big Brother Sim Edition 3D. Cece figured out some of the details surrounding the director's cut twist, sharing them with her allies.
I have suspicions. There were 2 beds in that secret room. I think that is where Natalie and Phoenix went.
What makes you say that?
Neither Phoenix or Natalie were evicted, and their pictures never went black and white, so it's warranted to consider the idea they might not be on a plane home right now. Instead, maybe they're in the secret room.
Alexis continued to manipulate Dustin into believing she has romantic feelings for him.
Dusty, wow, you're such an amazing kisser.
Wait, wow, really? Thanks. I'm flattered.
But these actions put a target on both of their backs, as other house guests sensed Alexis's true negative intentions.
Somewhere I can escape Alexis and Dustin's constant flirting.
If Alexis showed a bit of interest in me, I would know that she was using me. I am not sure why Dustin doesn't see that.
Men are no match for a woman's charm. Alexis knows that, and poor Dustin is too naive.
Which 2 house guests will Alexis nominate for eviction? And who will become the first person to leave the Big Brother Sim Edition 3D house? Find out tonight.
Good evening. By the end of tonight, we will be a third of the way through this season's total episodes. That means it's time to start kicking people out. Let's check in to see what the house guests have been up to leading up to the nomination ceremony.
Living alone inside of the Big Brother house is the most independent that I have ever been in my short life. I survived a car accident when I was 3 months old that killed both of my parents. My grandmother is my guardian, and I can admit that she coddles me. She makes my clothes, she washes my clothes, and today, I have to do laundry. I have no idea what to do, and I am too embarrassed to ask my roommates, so wish me luck figuring it out. Okay. What now? I'll, press a button. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. Oh. Yay! It's spinning. That means it is washing, right? Oh, I don't know. I feel very accomplished. Today I taught myself how to do laundry. That is a huge milestone. Little Cardin is growing up, hee hee. Now let's hope that I can remember how I did it next time. I don't trust her.
Neither do I.
I have a bad feeling about tomorrow's nomination ceremony. Alexis is not going to nominate one of her friends. I know that Lakeisha is who everyone wants to go home, but there still needs to be a pawn. I think you or I will be nominated for eviction. I don't have any real friends inside of the Big Brother house, but I do enjoy Clay's company as an acquaintance. Obviously I do not want to be at risk of going home this week with Lakeisha, but I want to see Clay safe this week as well. No one would vote out the old lady, she is not a threat competitively, so I hope that it is Ada who Alexis nominates as a pawn for this week's eviction.
Want me to get some answers?
You can try.
If not, no loss, no gain. I can tell that my little buddy Cardin is nervous about the upcoming nomination ceremony, and the truth is I am too. Even though the house has a mutually agreed upon target, that person being Lakeisha, there is no guarantee that she will be evicted this week until Sinead announces the results. I don't want to be anywhere near the chopping block, especially not the first week of the game.
Hey girl.
Hey!
I'll ask Cece. I need to ask, do you know who Alexis is nominating next to Lakeisha?
I don't, but we are safe. Lakeisha dug her own grave.
Let me know if she tells you who her pawn is. Carden and I are worried. Anything could happen, but I trust everyone in the action bedroom.
Clay tells me that he is nervous he could be potentially nominated for eviction, and the truth is he should be. He is one of 3 potential pawns. Clay also made this comment about trusting the people in the action-adventure bedroom, insinuating that he believes that I would vote for him to stay in the house if he was nominated, but that is just not true. In fact, I'm going to try and subtly push Alexis to put his ass on the chopping block. Clay is very old-fashioned in his views, and that is not the way I live my life. I do not think there is much for he and I to connect on, so if he ever earned power, I'd be highly concerned that Clay would view me as expendable, regardless of whatever loyalty he's preaching should be shared between everyone in our bedroom. I don't think you need to worry. But of course I do not want Clay to know how guarded I am being with him, so I will be phony with him until it is time to reveal my cards. I will try and do some digging for you and Carden, but do not stress. Lakeisha is screwed.
Cece reassured me that Lakeisha is going home.
Should we believe her?
I really hope that we can.
I'm freaking out.
Time will reveal all. I do not think that Cece is lying to me, because there is no point. She cannot control who Alexis will nominate for eviction, even if they are friends. All being deceitful will do is make things awkward when she goes to bed each night surrounded by the people she backstabbed.
Nothing has gone my way since I moved into the house, and it honestly breaks my heart to see how this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity has turned out. I speak my mind, but things have been misconstrued to make me look like someone I am not, and these falsehoods will probably lead to my eviction at the end of this week. It's frustrating, and it makes me cringe to think about how I am being portrayed on national television for everyone to see. Oh, I hate you. At this point, whatever made-up damage that these people suggest I have supposedly done, is done. I don't think there is anything I can do to save myself from going home. It just kills me that of everyone in this house, Alexis is the last person I'd want to claim responsibility for my elimination, and yet she is the one besting me. Oh, I really don't know if I can do this. This is so hard, I hate it. You got this, Quiche, you got this. Being a have-not has been very difficult for me because of the sleeping arrangements. I'm only getting 3 to 4 hour naps in at a time. I can't handle the claustrophobia, but it's going to make my emotions and reactions even more out of whack. I need to sleep. I'm stuck in this dumb room all alone. And even though Phoenix and Natalie were disruptive, it was comforting to know I wasn't alone. Now I'm alone and scared. Ugh, yuck, that's enough of that. This game is so much more difficult than it appears on TV.
Hey man, let's go get breakfast.
Yes, I could destroy a bowl of cereal. I woke up starving. At first I was intimidated by Dustin, because he's friends with the popular kids and is romancing the queen bee, but he is a lot more like me than I originally thought.
I have never made friends as quickly in my life as what I have inside of the Big Brother house. For most of my life in the outside world, I've been like Carden, quiet, a bit awkward, and lacking self-esteem. I graduated high school over 5 years ago, and during that time I decided to make a change. I was no longer going to be around the people who had their predetermined judgments of me, and I recognized that I had the ability to create a new image. I spent the little money I had on a haircut and new clothes, and have been trying to present myself to the world how I have wanted to be interpreted ever since. At the end of the day, even as my confidence continues to grow, I am still the same shy guy I was growing up. Because of that, I relate to Carden more than anyone else in the house. Unfortunately, I wanted to play up that shtick when I moved into the Big Brother house, so that way I am underestimated by everyone, but it'll be easier to do when Carden's not here because he will always be less intimidating than me, but with him gone, I am the guy who no one is intimidated by.
I really enjoy breakfast together each morning.
Me too.
The very first nomination ceremony is tonight, and as head of household I am still not sure of what I should do. I asked you all up here because I trust you.
Who are you putting on the chopping block?
We are saying goodbye to Lakeisha this week, but I need a pawn.
Don't look at me.
Alexis mentions that she wants to be responsible for evicting Lakeisha from the house this week. Although it's not a surprise to hear that my sister is the head of household's target, it still sends me into panic mode. I have to try and put another idea into Alexis' head.
Chill. I am not eyeing you. Everyone here is safe this week. It's week 1 and already my options are limited. After Dustin cut Phoenix and Natalie from the house, only 8 people remain. Our group of 4 is obviously safe. Lakeisha needs to go home this week, which means I only have Ada, Clay, and Carden to choose between for my pawn. I don't want to nominate Ada. I love old people.
Ada is not even friendly. But no one would vote either Carden or Clay out of the house over Lakeisha.
What if, instead of choosing between Clay and Carden as a pawn, you nominate them both for eviction? Both Phoenix and Natalie had big mouths. So does Lakeisha. Alexis, if you get rid of Lakeisha, you'll be the biggest target left in the house.
Marky might be right. Everyone sees us together, Alexis, and with you as HOH and me as director, we could be a power couple.
Oh my god! When Dusty refers to us as a power couple in front of Cece and Marky, I want to die of embarrassment. Ick! I can feel myself turning red. He makes a really good point, but it's still so blah to say out loud.
I'm not trying to feed paranoia, just thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I know. Losing Natalie and Phoenix both at once has really changed the power dynamic of the house. The bad attitude that was once going to send Lakeisha home might now be the reason she stays. Marky's right, we need a meat shield to hide behind.
Alexis wants to nominate you for eviction. You need to try and cut a deal with her.
Marky, I am so screwed. I am definitely going home. I have no options.
I planted a seed. You need to water it.
But why would I do that? We both know that realistically there is no chance Alexis would keep me safe.
Can you please at least try?
Oh, I don't know.
At this point, I have done everything I can to keep Lakeisha safe. Now it's in her hands to place her ego to the side and put some effort forward to stay this week.
Listen as I say this. I refuse to give Alexis the satisfaction of me begging her to stay here. I have never been a kiss ass and I am not about to start now. That bitch Alexis is going to evict me from this house regardless of what I say. I'm not going to plead with her just to be shut down and made to look like an idiot. That's not my style.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. As head of household, it is my duty to nominate 2 house guests for eviction.
As the director this week, I have safety from eviction. Even if I did not, I trust Alexis and her decision-making.
I don't know what to expect from the upcoming nomination ceremony. It's possible Alexis doesn't see me fitting into her long-term plans. If that's the case, I will be in trouble this week.
I'm I'm a shy person, and Alexis intimidates me, because she reminds me of all the girls who bullied me in school. It's not like she makes much effort to get to know me either, so we just don't talk. It's hard to think that Alexis is going to keep someone safe that she doesn't know or talk to at all.
This is supposed to be a game of social strategy and manipulation, but Alexis is nothing more than an airhead. She's going to turn the competition into a beauty pageant popularity contest, which means that I am not safe. I know that I'm in danger along with everyone else not in the young popular clique.
I totally expect that I will be nominated for eviction today by Alexis, and when I am, I plan on telling her exactly what I think of her.
It's time for the nomination ceremony. Welcome to the nomination ceremony. If your photo turns red, you are nominated for eviction this week. My first nominee for eviction is Carden.
Frickin' frick. I expected that.
We haven't talked. I don't think our personalities mesh. You're quiet, and I am not.
You'll be okay, kid. Keep your head up high.
Sorry, not sorry.
You know what? Now isn't the time for taglines.
Don't worry about it, Lakeisha.
Carden, you are a nice guy and do not deserve to stress. The secret is you're a pawn. This dumb bitch wants me out of the house.
Excuse me? I might be a bitch, but you are a disrespectful bitch.
You'll be saying goodbye to me on eviction night, and there's nothing I can do about it. You all need to be smart and vote Alexis out next week.
Girl, you really put your foot in your mouth.
I always speak my mind.
Anyway, shut up. My next nominee is...
Don't you fucking dare tell me to shut up, you bitch.
Clay!
God damn it.
Wait, hold on a second. Holy shit, I'm safe.
Don't boast in my face.
I'm honestly in such disbelief.
Lakeisha, you really need to learn when to be quiet. Sorry, Clay, you're nominated for the same reasons that Carden is. We don't talk. Best of luck to the both of you. This meeting is adjourned. I nominated Clay and Carden, because if I was ever nominated for eviction against either of them, I would be the person voted out of the house. I need them to leave, to increase my chances of sitting next to a bigger threat on eviction night, and to keep other big personalities in the game to allow me to blend in.
I had a lot to say at the nomination ceremony, because beforehand Marky told me in the storage room that Alexis was going to target me for eviction this week. However, I wasn't put onto the chopping block. Now I look stupid and am in an even worse position in this game.
What happened?
I don't know.
That wasn't the plan.
The whole house wants Lakeisha evicted.
Then why are we nominated together?
Ulterior motives. What the house wants isn't part of Alexis's decision-making. I am the only introvert in a house of extroverts. It's exhausting. Because of that, my only friends in here are my roommates, the middle-aged guy and the older lady.
We thought we knew what was going to happen, but we were wrong. Now we need to sniff out the real plan and figure out why we're on the bottom. I do not know who is in more danger of leaving, myself or Carden. I thought he and I both had low threat levels. Luckily, I'm more outgoing than he is, which will benefit my campaigning to stay in the game.
Alexis better stay away from me. I am filled with anger. Those nominations were bullshit. Neither of you deserve to go home first over Lakeisha. Myself and whoever stays this week need to seek revenge. This is just as much our game as it is Alexis's. Her and her little boyfriend need to leave. If Clay and Carden are nominated for eviction, that means I was also heavily considered for the chopping block. I don't fit into Alexis's long-term plans, so I have no room in mind for her. I'm preparing to play this game defensively, as if I'm going to war, because I'm willing to battle these kiddos for the money. Everyone knows I swim laps daily, so no one will suspect anything when they see me in the pool. However, I'm smarter than they think. The first 2 seasons, Pool Durance was the sect competition. If I can perfect my back float and outlast everyone else, I'll send that twit Alexis packing home to her parents' house.
I walk out into the backyard and witness something that appears horrible. Did Ada drown? Oh my god, Ada, are you okay? Please talk to me. Oh, thank goodness. You're alive.
I'm fine, dear. Just relaxing after a stressful ceremony.
Okay. Ada is so adorable. I love old people. As head of household, I've had to really focus on the game this week. Next week I can't compete, so I'll have more time to focus on friendships. Ada is one of the people I want to get to know better.
Silly, stupid, little girl.
Who are we voting out of the house this week?
Marky, you were right. With Natalie and Phoenix cut from the house, we need shields, like Lakeisha. I think Cardin is the least threatening player in the game. I want him gone. As head of household, my duties are done for the week, since I only vote to evict in the event of a tie. That means I need to make sure that my allies vote how I tell them to.
In my opinion, it's Clay that needs to go. If I can convince my allies to vote out Clay, I will, but I want to lay low, so I will not push my agenda too hard. However, Clay and I have 2 very different outlooks of the world. We do not have much in common. I doubt we will connect, so if he wins head of household in the future, it could end up being the reason I go home.
I agree with Alexis. If Cardin survives the first eviction, just like Jackson in Season 1, he will be underestimated and slide through to the end of the game. I know most people will think that I'm just echoing what Alexis said, and that's what I want. I don't need these people knowing I can think strategically. Both Cardin and I are the quiet and awkward guys in the house. If there's only one of us, it's easier for me to play up that role and fly under the radar.
Whatever, we still have time to decide. What's important is that, of the 5 votes this week, 3 of them are currently in this room. That means we have the numbers to decide who stays and who goes home. I love Cece, but the biatch is cray-cray if she thinks I will let her get her own way on my HOH. Cardin is going home, mark my words, and Cece will end up voting exactly how I tell her to on eviction night.
Wow, what a dramatic first week inside of the house. Let's now check in live with the house guests as we prepare to begin the vote and eviction. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, Cardin and Clay are nominated for eviction. In just a few minutes, you will each go to the diary room one by one and cast your vote to evict one of the 2 nominees. Cardin and Clay, since you're both nominated for eviction, neither of you will vote. Alexis, as outgoing HOH, you do not get a vote either. Before the vote, nominees, you'll each have a moment to say a few final words, and tonight, Cardin, you're up first.
I am not too proud to beg, please keep me in this house. I want to win this money to provide for my grandmother as she continues to get older, just like she did for me growing up.
Thanks, Cardin. Clay, it's your turn.
Y'all, tonight I humbly ask that you vote to keep me in the house. There are big competitors in this game, and someone like Cardin will never win an HOH to combat their ability.
Thank you, Cardin and Clay. House guests, it is now time to make your decisions. Tonight, 5 of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote to evict. Whichever player earns 3 or more votes from their fellow housemates will be leaving the Big Brother house. Cece, please make your way to the diary room. Hi, Cece. Please cast your vote to evict.
I reluctantly vote to evict Cardin.
I thought for sure I was going to have to come in here tonight and say my sister's name, but I don't have to after all. I happily vote to evict Cardin. Sorry, buddy. Nothing personal.
This is not something that I want to do. I vote to evict Carden. Don't worry, I will do my best to send Alexis out that door right behind you next week. I just had to vote for someone and I value Clay's life experience.
I do not think voting out Carden is smart, but after the rough week I have had inside of the BB house, I have no choice but to vote with the majority and make people happy. I vote to evict Carden.
In another environment, you and I would have become a lot better friends than we did in here. It's just a game, nothing personal, but I'm sorry, Carden. I vote to evict you.
Thank you, Dustin. Please return to the living room. House guests, the votes are in and I have the results. By a unanimous vote. Carden, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Please say your goodbyes and leave immediately.
Carden, I'm sorry it had to be you.
I wanted to stay so badly, you guys. Why did you have to vote me out? I am so sorry I failed us, Grandma.
My heart breaks for you and your family. You did not deserve this fate. You better walk out of here with your head held high. You can. Not everyone here will be able to.
I will remember this experience and all of you for the rest of my life. Good luck, everyone. I will see you all on finale night. Goodbye, everyone.
I'll miss you.
Oh man, I really don't want to leave.
Please give a warm welcome to this season's first evicted house guest, Carden. Oh, Carden, you look very unhappy with the result. How are you feeling right now?
I feel terrible. Winning this game would have changed my life.
I am sorry to hear that. Let's watch your goodbye messages.
The house will not be the same without you. I wish we could have worked together in this game.
You accepted your fate with a lot more dignity than I would have. What Alexis did was senseless. You should not have been voted out this week. Wish me luck in this next head of household competition, because I'm ready to strike back at the people currently in power.
I don't know what to say. I thought I was going home this week, not you, and you probably thought the same thing. You probably also think I am the one who deserves to go. And maybe, but just know that I am so sorry it had to be you leaving tonight.
Thank you for participating this season on Big Brother.
This has been the best week of my life.
Next time on Big Brother Sim Edition 3D, find out who Natalie and Phoenix choose as the next director. Then, in 2 episodes, the second house guest will be evicted. From outside the house, I'm Sinead Barb. Good night.